Happy Thursday. Today is September 1st, and I am on my way to do a bunch of errands in town. Not my major shopping, just a few things that we need. And so I thought I'd bring you guys along, and wanted to apologize for not having a video up for several days. I just have not had a chance to vlog. I've been so busy, and also the things I've been doing, I just didn't think you guys would be very interested in seeing. I've been doing a lot of prep for getting ready for school. Monday is Labor Day, and then Tuesday is our first day of school. And so, yeah, so much to do. I've been doing a lot of last minute, well, I've been trying all summer, let me back up a little bit. I've been trying all summer to get caught up in my housework, and get things decluttered and cleaned up. As most of you know, but for my new subscribers, my mother passed away on May 1st of this year. So the first of every month is quite an anniversary for me. They hold more significance than they ever used to. It's not just the beginning of a new month, it's the anniversary of my mother's death. But she had a lengthy illness. She suffered from cancer and other things, but she died of cancer. And for the 2 years that she was going through chemotherapy and other things to treat this, I took on a lot of the responsibility of helping my parents. I mean, not just me, my other siblings too, but it's just amazing how much care someone who is sick takes, and also how much time it takes to basically take care of two households. So my house, my deep cleaning really got put on the back burner. I mean, really got put back on the back burner. I would do surface cleaning. I kept things, looking decluttered and, looking clean. But if you looked in the corners, if you looked in the, looked up at the cobwebs in the front, you would see. So after my mom passed away in May, I've really been trying hard to get everything caught up that got left go for 2 years, or almost 2 years. So anyway, that's what we've been doing. And so this final week before school starts back, and I homeschool, for those of you who don't know, we've really been working hard on getting things decluttered, and the kids have been working hard on getting their rooms cleaned and decluttered. I'm really trying to get them to realize that they don't need to hang on to everything, especially well, they're both really bad about it. But my daughter, she, finds sentimental value in just about everything. So it's really hard for her to let things go. So we've been working hard on that this week. I'll show you when I get home from town. I'll show you one of the things that we got done on Monday, I think it was. We did. And my daughter, she deep cleaned their bathroom on Monday, which they are responsible for cleaning their own bathroom. They take turns once a week, and this was her week to do it. And she decided that, I guess maybe she got motivated because of all the cleaning we've been doing, but she was motivated to dust everything, all the knickknacks, all the shelves, and she dusted her room. Well, she's allergic to dust. And every time, well, this is actually the second time that I can remember just recently, that after she has done some major cleaning and dusting, she has had a terrible allergy problem. It just makes you really sick. And I know, because I'm allergic to cats and other things, and it really makes you feel lousy when you feel like you have a cold. I mean, you get the body aches and the whole 9 yards. So she's been in bed, well, not in bed, but down since Tuesday evening. Because she did the major cleaning on Tuesday, and then Tuesday evening she started with the sneezing and the runny nose, and so my poor daughter, she's struggling with that. And yeah, so we just been really busy, and I just didn't think, I didn't think you guys would be interested in watching us clean. So I didn't video. And we had all that rain a couple weeks ago, and ever since then we have had a humongous explosion in the mosquito population. I have lived in Indiana my whole life, and in my memory, I cannot remember a time when the mosquitoes are as bad as they are right now. They are absolutely horrible. All summer, we've had a fairly dry summer, and all summer, I didn't notice any mosquitoes. I mean, I could spend hours outside and not see one mosquito. Well, in the last week, they have gotten so bad that I can't be outside for 30 seconds without getting bit. And I have to wear a big old sweatshirt and hoodie and long pants, and it's still hot and humid and miserable, and so I'm out there suffocating in my long winter clothes, fall clothes, just to keep the mosquitoes off. And I even resorted to, hold on a second, I resorted to putting bug spray on yesterday, and I hate wearing that stuff, but I had to fill the duck pools. I mean, I had let them go way longer than they should have gone, because I did not want to be out there in those bugs. But it got to the point where it's like, I have got to clean these pools out. So I resorted to putting bug spray on. And even with the bug spray on, I still got bit a couple of times. So I haven't wanted to come outside and film my animals or anything for you, because the mosquitoes are just horrible, absolutely horrible. I'll be so glad when we get our first frost, because then they'll be done. But oh, miserable. And speaking of animals, my little chicks that we got a week ago today are growing like a weed. I'll probably take you guys out later and do a video, let you guys see them. But that's another thing that's been taking my time. Oh my goodness, you guys. They are so labor intensive. Oh my goodness. My dad, he never ever complained about how much work it is to take care of those things, because he always did it. He always took care of the chicks up until this year. And I have to go out there every 2 to 3 hours and check on them, because the first few weeks until they feather out, they have to be kept at certain temperature. Like the first week, they have to be kept at 90 degrees. Now that they're a week old, they can be kept at 85 degrees. And every week you can decrease the temperature by 5 degrees until they're completely feathered out, and then you can remove the heat lamp. Well, it's not been hard keeping them warm. It's been hard keeping them cool, because it has been so hot and humid that every time I go out there, they're too hot. And you can tell, I mean, they've not actually been panting. Maybe a couple of times that I actually saw them panting. But, you can tell by their posture and their body language how they are doing. And they're too hot. So I've been struggling with that. Well, then we finally got some cooler weather, which is wonderful. Kind of knocks the mosquitoes down a little bit. But last night, it got into the 50s, and I knew it was supposed to be cool, so I lowered their heat lamp last night before I went to bed and shut some of the windows in the brooder house. I didn't shut all of them, shut some of them. And then when I went out this morning at 8 o'clock, they were all huddled together in a big ball because they were too cold. So I had to lower their light more. So, and then almost every time I go out there, their food is either completely gone or almost gone. They eat and eat and eat and eat. They eat so much. That must be why they grow so fast. I mean, this is a breed that you start butchering them typically at 6 or 7 weeks, and it's because they grow so fast, and I guess they need all that food in order to grow. But goodness, I went out there this morning, every single one of their food containers was completely empty, and I have 3 in there, 3 food containers, and I have 4 water jugs, waterers, and all 4 of them were completely dry. And last night, before I went to bed, I made sure they all had food, and all the containers were full of food, and all the containers were full of water. And this morning they were completely, so it's a lot of work taking care of those little boogers. So I'm already like, we'll be glad when we butcher them. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm sorry, but it's like, it'll just lighten my load. My workload will be a lot less when they're gone. But you know, it's worth it. It's worth it to me to go through this, because I'm telling you, there is nothing that tastes better than home-raised anything. Home-raised meat, home-raised vegetables, home-raised fruit. All of it tastes so much better than what you can get out of the stores. And I know exactly what is going into these animals, and so I don't have to worry about antibiotics and who knows what is being put into them. So anyway, yeah, that's been taking up a lot of my time. So yeah, so this might be the only video I get put up this week. It might be a long one because I'm already at 12 minutes and been chatting away. But I have a question for you guys. I know several of my subscribers have lost loved ones, and my mother's passing was the first big loss that I ever had in my life. Now, I lost all my grandparents. They're all passed away, but we lived so far away from them that I didn't really even know them very well, which is sad. Especially my mother's parents, because they lived in Florida and we didn't get to see them very often. In fact, the last time I had seen them, I was 16 years old. That was the last time I had seen my grandparents. And of course, they've passed away since then. So, you know, you feel a loss, but it's not quite the same. And I don't know, I suppose it wouldn't be the same as losing your parents, even if they had lived closer. I think there's just something different about losing a parent, especially a mom for a daughter. My mom and I were extremely close, very, very good friends, and we lived right next door to each other, and you know, just she was there for my children when they were born. I mean, she wasn't in the hospital, but with us when they were born, but she was there to help me with my newborns, and you know, just all of that stuff. We had the same interests, and so it's been a really hard time. And when she was really sick, and I knew there comes a point in time when someone's battling a terminal illness that you know that their time is short, and barring a miracle, they're going to be not with you much longer. And for me, I would think about that, and I would think, imagine what it would be like with her gone. And the cemetery that she's buried, where she's buried, is only about 4 miles from my house. And I have envisioned myself like going to the cemetery at least once a week, or, you know, maybe more often even, and, you know, visiting with her, quote unquote, visiting with her and things. Well, I'm telling you, it is so hard for me. I've only been to her grave, other than the funeral, the day of the funeral, I've only been to her grave twice. No, 3 times. Take that back, 3 times. And every time I go, I get incredibly upset. I mean, incredibly upset, and it lasts for days. I just get really, really upset. And so I haven't wanted to go, and I feel so guilty because I feel like, you know, it's only 4 miles away. I could go every day and it wouldn't really disrupt my schedule that much. But I guess my question to you guys is that normal? Am I normal? I feel like I should want to go and just, you know, I put flowers at her grave, and they just got the gravestone up in July, and so the end of July, so I went and saw her gravestone and put flowers and things like that, but I just don't even want to go, and it's terrible. It's terrible. I really thought that I'd want to go and be there like all the time, but it's just really, really hard for me. So just let me know. Let me know how you have dealt with the passing of a loved one that you were really, really close to. I know everyone grieves differently, and maybe it's not quote unquote wrong. My way of grieving is not wrong. It's just my way. I don't know. I just don't know. So I'd appreciate your input on that. And I also thought that by this time, and I know it's only been 4 months, but I really thought that by this time it wouldn't hurt so much to think about her and to talk about her, but it still does. In fact, if I keep talking about her, I'm going to start crying, so I'm going to stop. Okay, I took the back way to town today because I just didn't feel like dealing with all that traffic on the highway. That's why it's been a little bit bumpier. But we're getting close to the store, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here now. And we will, I'll see you guys when I get back home. And I'll probably do a little bit of a haul. It just depends. I mean, I'm not getting anything too terribly exciting. So we'll just see. If I think it's something you guys might be interested in seeing, I'll do a little bit of a haul. Okay, it's already been 18 minutes. Good grief, I might have to edit some of this out. Or this might just be my whole video. I don't know. All right, guys, we'll talk to you in a bit. Okay, I am back from town. I only went to 2 stores. I ran over to Walmart, picked up a few things, and then I went over to that Indiana Hope food ministry store and picked up quite a few things from there. So I will do a little haul. So let me turn this camera around and we will get started. So this is what I picked up from Walmart. I didn't pick up a lot. I really went there because Travis needed some more milk and I needed to pick up a couple of other little things. So I forgot to get the cold stuff out. Anyway, well, let's get started. So yeah, I got Travis a gallon of milk, his organic milk, and I got some organic green onions. This is for a recipe. Travis had mentioned the other day that he would really like it if we had nachos for supper some night. So I thought, well, maybe I'll do that tomorrow night. So I went ahead and got some of this Cheese Whiz. It's like a generic, it's the Great Value brand of Cheese Whiz for the nachos. I've already got chips, I've already got taco meat, and that's what I also bought the green onions for, was for the nachos. I got another thing of bananas, organic bananas, and then Olivia, she's been craving strawberry Philadelphia cream cheese spread on bagels. So I picked her up some of that, some strawberry cream cheese, and then I got her some plain bagels for that. And while I was in the bagel aisle, I saw these, and I bought these because I wanted to try them. Salted caramel bagels. Thought that sounded so delicious. I usually try to stay away from bagels because they're so full of carbs, but I am going to be splurging for breakfast one morning, or maybe just for a snack. And then in the checkout, I saw these, this 3-box of Cracker Jack, and I thought that would be fun for one for Travis, one for Olivia, and then one for Scott. Scott used to love Cracker Jacks when he was a little boy. I don't know if they still put little cheesy toys in these or not, but they'll find out. And then I needed a thing of lemons, a bag of lemons, so I got some lemons. And I got 2 things of organic blueberries for my overnight oatmeal. And then I got 2 of the vanilla yogurts because that's also for the overnight oatmeal, and I needed that so I could make some more of that for breakfast. And then I got these for me. I really try hard not to eat a lot of candy, and I don't eat a lot except for chocolate. I eat some chocolate every single day, dark chocolate. But these are one of my favorite candies, and so I just decided I was going to treat myself. And I got myself some Gobstoppers. And then I got 2 cans of this Pure Balance dog food. This is the same brand of dry dog food that I've gotten that is the healthiest that I can get in where I live. I got the chicken, vegetable, and brown rice, and then I got the beef, vegetable, and brown rice. And I got these for my old dog Lucy. She's 13, and she has difficulty chewing. I think her teeth are kind of getting, worn down like old dogs do, and she just has a really difficult time with that dry dog food. We have to wet it down for her, and even then sometimes she doesn't eat it. So I thought I would try just for Lucy, try her on the canned stuff, and 1 can should last for 3 meals. So we'll see how that goes. It's not really cheap. It's like $1.12 per can, but if we can make it last for 3 or 4 meals, that wouldn't be too bad, just for her. And then the last thing I got at Walmart, I was going to go over to Dollar Tree and get silk flowers, but I figured I would just save myself a trip and I would just get them there. They had this huge bundle for $5, and then they had these for 97 cents each, and I figured I couldn't really beat that price, and I'd save myself an extra trip to go over to the other store. And I will show you in a little bit what I'm going to be doing with these silk flowers. Okay, that is everything I got at Walmart. Let me get this stuff put away, and then I'll show you what I got at the Indiana Hope Foods Ministry store. Okay, on to the Indiana Hope Food Ministry store. That's a long title, but that is what it's called. I've been calling it like a thrift store, but it's not really a thrift store because it's for food, so I'll just call it what it's called. Anyway, as I've said before, when you leave the store at the checkout, they have a whole bunch of bread that's like day old or a couple of days old, and they give it away for free. You can't take as much as you want. They've set limits, but that's okay. And I don't always take bread because I don't always need it. But today they had Italian bread, and my kids absolutely love Italian bread. I don't normally buy it because it's really not all that great for you. It's not that nutritious. But since it was free, I went ahead and I got 2 loaves of the Italian bread. Travis has been eating a lot of sandwiches lately, and he's been using his bagels for that, and so now he won't have to use his bagels. And then they also had hamburger buns that they were giving away, and I got 4 packs of hamburger buns. I'll stick them in the freezer, and if they go stale in the freezer, I'll just make bread pudding or stuffing or something like that out of it. So that's the free stuff. And they had one other thing that was free. It was these saltines, I guess. She said they're saltines, except they're just in Spanish. If they're stale, I'll just feed them to my animals. they practically beg you to take this free stuff. I feel kind of bad taking it sometimes, but they're like, no, take it, take it. So I'm like, oh, all right, if I can use it, I'll take it. If I can't use it, I won't take it. I'll save it for someone else who can use it. But, you know, if they want me to take it, I'll take it. Okay, so the other things I got there was some of this sparkling water. Olivia absolutely loves this stuff. And if I can get it there cheap, I will get it for her. So I got 2 cases of the key lime, and they were $1.25, I think, for this case of 8. So I got 2 of those. And then they had this sparkling water that is watermelon flavored. And I'll probably taste that because that sounds intriguing. And this was $1 for 4 cans. And then they had the lemon sparkling, and it was $1.25 for this. The lime, the key lime, I believe was $1, and the lemon was $1.25. So I got 2 of those. I would much rather she drink the sparkling water, the flavored sparkling water, than pop. I don't buy pop hardly ever, and or even fruit juice, because even though fruit juice can be good for you, it is very concentrated in calories. And this sparkling water has 0 calories, 0 chemicals, and it's just, it's a pretty good option. It takes a little bit of getting used to, especially if you're used to sugared soda, but once you get used to it, it's very refreshing. Okay, so then I got some of these rice thins. They're a little bit past date, but I thought I'd give them a try, and they were selling them for 10 cents a box. So I got 2 boxes of those. And I'm thinking if they're a little stale, I could throw them in the oven for a few minutes and crisp them back up. I don't know, it might be worth a shot. And then they had these low-fat cereal bars, Trader Joe's. Apple, I mean the box is crushed, but other than that they're fine. And they were $1 a box, so I got 2 boxes of those. And then they had their gingerbread coffee. They've had this in there every time that I go, so they must have bought it by the semi-load or something. And they were selling it for $3 a can, which is a very good price, but they're trying to get rid of it, so they marked it down to $1 a can. So I got 3 cans of it because it's very good coffee, and it's from Trader Joe's. So I really like it, and I don't care that it's gingerbread. I mean, I'll drink it all year long. Doesn't matter to me. And then I got some organic peppermint tea. I keep that on hand for medicinal purposes. And then I tried this. I have never in my life ever tried a boysenberry. And they had this on sale for $1.50, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try. And it's Pure Fruit, Purely Fruit brand. And they still had the hazelnut, chocolate hazelnut butter. It's like Nutella, only a healthier version. And I've bought this the last few times I've been there, and they were $1 a jar, so I got 2 of those. And then I got some of this hazelnut coffee. Hazelnut is my husband's favorite flavor. And this was $2.50, so I got 2 of those. And then these hemp hearts. Hemp hearts are very, very good for you, very nutritious, but they're pretty pricey. I got a big bag of them at Costco a while ago, and I think it was like $12. Well, they had these little ones. They're only 2 ounces in here, but you know that's quite a bit, really, when you're only using a sprinkling of it. And they had them for 25 cents a pack. So I got 8 packs of them. I got $2 worth of these hemp hearts. I had them on my list to get at Costco when we go in September, but now I won't need to because I got them at that store for cheap. Then I got some of these figs, Greek figs. These were 50 cents a bag, and they're still nice and soft. And these are actually for my son Conyer Terpsy. He absolutely loves figs, and I haven't been able to get him any for a while because they're not cheap. So I got him 2 bags of these figs. He'll love those. He'll get 1 a day. And then I think the deal of the day, if this works, they had a essential oil diffuser. Now they call it a humidifier because they didn't know. It wasn't in the box, but all the parts are there, and it looks brand new. I don't think anybody ever used it. Came with the manual, and it also came with some essential oil, citrus blossom, and this was just for the essential oil was $10 from Bed Bath & Beyond. And so I got the diffuser and the oil for $5. Now I'm hoping it works. It looks like it might have been like the display model at the store, and that's why it's not in a box. But hey, you cannot beat that. For $5. You cannot find an essential oil diffuser for that anywhere. Okay, so that's everything I got at the Hope store, and I spent $29 in all for everything. All right, that was my little haul. Hope you enjoyed it. So this is the project that we worked on Monday, the kids and I. This is in my bird room, and it's centered underneath that sign, that family sign that I talked about in my house tour video. I'll link that video below. But anyway, this hope chest, or cedar chest, or whatever you want to call it, this cedar chest was given to me by my parents when I graduated from high school. I won't tell you how many years ago, several years ago. And it's been hauled around all these years, and it's still doing pretty good. The top is kind of scratched up a little bit. But we just had this cedar chest stuck in the utility room back in the corner because I didn't have anywhere else to put it. This room, which has got my aviaries in it, was also at one time the school room, and so we had other things in here, you know, student desks and whatnot, and I just didn't have any place to put this chest. Well, the kids are almost out of school now, and we don't really sit at school student desks anymore. They either sit at their computer, or we sit upstairs, or you know, wherever we want to sit. So I decided we needed to clean out that utility room, or at least get started on it, and I wanted to bring this cedar chest out where I can actually enjoy it. And I think it looks really cute sitting right there. And everything that's on top of it were just things that I had around the house. I just gathered up and brought down here. The only exception is are the silk flowers in that vase. I just bought those. When you watch you've just watched my grocery haul, you saw the flowers. I had different flowers in there, but they just didn't really match my decor anymore. I wanted to go with the more of the country theme with the sunflowers and stuff. So that's why I went ahead and got different different silk flowers. This basket was my mother's, and my husband turned it into a lamp for me, and I just bought a lampshade, and then that's just different odds and ends of yarn that I rolled into balls that kind of have the same earth tone colors. So I stuck that in the basket. And then these two, these are monkey wood trays. I got at a garage sale for $1 a piece. And then the duck figurines I got at the local antique store. This vase is actually a pitcher, a ceramic pitcher. I honestly can't even remember where I got that. I've had it, goodness, probably 30 years, and I can't remember where I got it. And I've always used it just to put silk flowers in. And like I said, I just got the silk flowers today for it. And then this birdhouse, I bought at some home interior party I went to years ago, probably 20 years ago or better, and so that's where I got that. And I just added these flowers, these reddish orange flowers to it to give it a little bit more of a country feel and kind of a fall decor, but I'll probably just leave those in there all the time because I just really like the way that it looks. Even though this has a few fall leaves in it, I just like the look of it, the colors. I love the warm colors. So yeah, and then this the skirt here, the fabric thing, I made this, and of course it's got chickens on it. So yeah, so this is, I'll probably change. Oh, and then this is just a wax melt burner that my sister had given to me several years ago, 10 years ago probably now. But anyway, yeah, I'll probably make this kind of seasonal. I'll put, you know, more fall things on here, a few pumpkins and whatnot. And then at Christmas time, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with it. I might put my Christmas village on here, which I have not set up for the last few years because I didn't have any place to put it. So I may turn this into my Christmas village. So anyway, yeah, that's what we worked on Monday. Hey everybody, I thought I'd take you out real quick and let you see the chicks. While the breeze is blowing, maybe the mosquitoes won't be so bad, and I have to check their water. Travis has checked on them a couple of times for me today, and he said they're doing okay. And before we go out there, I wanted to show you my earrings, an up-close picture of them, if you can see. But they're little chickens. And they remind me of my chicken Virginia, so they're my Virginia earrings. I got these off of Etsy, and I will leave a link to the Etsy store where I got them below. She sells jewelry and Christmas tree ornaments, all chicken, and they're so cute, and they're all handmade. So, okay, let's head out to the brooder house, and we'll see how the chicks are doing. Well, it looks like they are all doing well as far as temperature goes. That's kind of what you want to see. You don't want to see them, you know, totally clustered away from the light, but you don't want them to see them huddled under the light either. So the way they're acting tells me they're about the right temperature, and it looks like they are out of food again, so I need to fill those. And they're starting to feather out. You can tell on their wing tips they're feathering out. And they're getting big. They're about twice the size as they were a week ago. So I'll get these guys some more food, and it looks like they need some more water. And then I'll get back in the house. But there's my chick update. Okay guys, I started off this vlog in the car, and I think I'm going to end it off here in the car. I just took Travis to his Taekwondo class, and I'm going to go in and watch him practice and work on some of my crochet. And then when I get home, I'm going to get this video edited and uploaded for you guys so you can see it tomorrow. So thanks a lot for following me along today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we will talk to you next time. Bye friends.